I want to read you this one here. So Angelo says, sorry, Eagle fans. No playoffs for the 2026 Philadelphia Eagles. How did you land on this pod here, Angelo?
Well, I've been watching what's going on, and I got another blog coming out probably tomorrow on an amazing scenario that played out from somebody who went to a journalism school 5 weeks ago. Dan, the Eagles gathered together the media and rolled out Nick Sirianni to discuss training camp. And they all agreed to embargo his quotes for over a month. In other words, he said this stuff in mid-June, and it came out a few days ago. And you go, well, wow, this is a powder keg. And then you look at what he said, and it's just a long string of bullshit. In fact, the headline on my next blog is, it's a new season, but the same old BS. And it's awful. It's Rick Woolen. He's totally dominating our newly formed amazing wide receiver core. Well, which is he so great that these receivers can't get open? Or is this receiver core not as good because A.J. Brown's not there anymore? Can you clear this up? No one's asking any of that. They don't want to know any of that stuff. Right there. You have Rick Woolen is incredible. You go, well, he's 27 years old. He just signed a 1-year deal. If you're a free agent and you're fantastic and you're coming off a championship in Seattle, you'll get 1 year?
No.
Why would that be? Why would that be? Well, here's why.
Because they let you walk.
He's unpredictable. He's very easy to set off. He makes stupid mistakes on the field that cause 15-yard penalties, and you can't trust him. We didn't get to any of that. All we got is, here's a Sirianni guy. Oh, my God. What a player. And then he's got Mannion. Mannion. You would have never thought he already said all this crap about Petullo. They all, 1 year later, they forgot he said all this crap about Petullo. And they went, aren't you worried? Remember, they embargoed this 5 weeks because you got to time this stuff. Right? What's the journalism? The guy said something, you write it. I got to wait 5 weeks to write crap. And he goes, I know Sean Mannion will be good at calling plays because he's working his ass off. Follow up? Can I have a follow-up question? Does that mean Kevin Petullo wasn't working his ass off? Because what you said in November when they were struggling is he's staying up all night, burning the midnight oil because he's got this great work ethic and he'll figure it out. Work ethic doesn't decide if you're going to be a good play caller. Some people have it. Some people don't. Normally, you would find out when they actually perform the task. Mannion has never performed the task. We don't know if we can do it.
Angelo, it's like being a poet. Some people can recite it. Some people can't recite it.
Yeah.
And that's what's like being a play caller. Situational play calling. I could have all the plays on the world in front of me. That doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. When I'm in game situation, it just doesn't. And Angelo, to your point about this embargo thing that goes on in Philadelphia, let me ask you this. And this is like an NFL thing now. So am I right, Angelo? Kyle Shanahan was in a severe car accident 4 weeks ago. Yeah. And the national guys who break every single contract story, as soon as it comes out, you held that story because, in my opinion, because you don't want the point spread to go down or up because he may not be there for September 10th, that you don't report that Kyle Shanahan has lacerated, he's broke his nose, he has broken ribs, he broke his ankle, and he won't be in training camp. How do you not report that? It's the head coach of your football team.
You hit on it. This is brilliant what you're saying here, Dan, because when there's a transaction, they have their own people they'll funnel it to, right? Every time. Adam Schefter, right?
Ian Rappaport,
Sham
Jake
Charania
Glazer.
in basketball, right?
Yep.
They'll let that stuff out instantly. But if it's something that they're not happy about, it's squeamish, it's not a good story, it's negative, it doesn't look good for the league, it might impact gambling and all that. Let's embargo that. Let's hold that back. It's hard for me to believe, almost impossible for me to believe, that Adam Schefter, who has broken every major story about transactions in 5 years, had no inkling that a head coach who had been there for 10 years in San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan, had an accident in which he almost was killed. And nothing was reported for a month. It's my mind.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
Anymore.
Have you ever had a team come to you in Philly and say, Angelo, I'm going to tell you something. I want you to hold it.
Yeah.
And I don't want you to say anything about it. Did you ever go down that lane and go, you know what? See, I never did that because I
was taught not to do that. Do you understand? The minute I get in cahoots with a team about how I'm releasing information, I am no longer an independent journalist.
You work for
I am now an arm of the team. They may as well hire me as their PR agent.
Yeah.
The whole concept of journalism is to hold people accountable who don't want to be held accountable. And that's what the teams are. And nowadays, more than at any point in my life, 75 years, there is no journalism happening anymore. They have all basically cashed in their chips. If there's anybody out there doing it honestly now, I'd love to see who it is, because I'm not finding it. I'm finding everybody jumping on board now. Even the people that were doing journalism are now doing PR. And it's frustrating as hell to me. Because these guys, they listen to this crap that Sirianni was thrown out there 5 weeks ago.
You're stupid.
And they all agreed, we're not going to run any of it until such a date. That's not journalism. You are now working for the team. Don't you understand that?
Angelo, it's state TV. It's like state journalism when you do stuff like that.
It's a horrible direction, and I don't think it's going back the other way anymore. Business.
Yeah, let me ask you this now. And I did some research over the weekend, and my friends at Odyssey are now going on XM. I'm curious. Serious. I'm curious on how you think covering the Lions and covering the Seahawks or covering whatever is going to be beneficial to WIP. The one thing that I've appreciated about WIP over the decades, you guys don't give a shit about anybody else except Philly sports. You'd rather be talking about cheesesteaks. How does this make IP better?
No, IP won't be affected in that way because IP will still be IP, but they'll be on the satellite. That you will now be able to listen to them on, that they have like blogs. You could listen to them on a blog, or you could listen to them on FM radio in Philadelphia.
Getting paid for that?
Or you could listen to them. Here's the problem: if you're a performer, the ratings now are going to be different. Some people who have Sirius or already have a subscription to Sirius, they're going to listen to it there, and their ratings won't count because they only count on terrestrial radio. So most of the people that work at WIP, I know it was that way when I was there, have bonus clauses, major bonus clauses, based on what those ratings are. And it's the scoreboard of radio.
Absolutely.
Who's winning? Who's losing?
That's right.